Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Premier Circuit Major 2. We've got possibly the most interesting matchup here on the day between Antix and Sin Gaming, and it's only for one reason, right? Men hate him, women love him. He's your mom's favorite gamer. He's your favorite tournament organizer. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Cheetah Wonga, leading this Antix squad in. Zeb, I couldn't be more excited to get into this one.
I mean, arguably the most exciting game of the evening to get into, and that is saying something considering the level of all the games that we have seen so far throughout this broadcast. I mean, honestly, we have seen some fantastic games, some amazing teams giving us maps that go right to a knife edge, and then some incredibly dominant performance. We've had it all happen, and we are looking to continue that here in the day one pool play day, and I think it's going to be a great game.
Now, this is going to be absolutely stellar, and this map set couldn't set us up better for a Mixie series, Zep. We got Vista Hardpoint coming out map 1, 6-star S&D guaranteed, and if we get there, a high-rise control. It's going to be incredible. If we even get to the high-rise, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, absolutely. If we go all the way to the high rise, it will be an epic game. But man, I cannot wait to get into Vista Hardpoint. I absolutely love this map. It's new. Teams are still learning it. It's chaotic to say the least. And as we just get to see this beautiful panning shot of the map, I mean, honestly, B-roll made to perfection. I love the way this map plays in every aspect. It's pure chaos, but also still very structured around holding spawn points as well, purely because when you get to those middle points, that kind of 2, 3, and 4, you can really survive off having the same spawn the entire time, which really makes you have to play for those positions on top of trying to outslay.
No, absolutely, and I think it's really going to come down to which team comes out, plays a little bit quicker on the map. We know teams a little bit mixy on P1, but we've seen them lately, good couple 40-second holds off P1. If you can get a great start to Vista, start to chain hills together, and like you said, those middle points go your way, you're going to be having a great time. But already Wonga 1-0 there, trying to get the first blood in, but traded right back. No one really able to get a strong foothold on this hill. Antix do have kind of those backside spawns where you want it, but still contested hill now from K. Now inside, Paga to find the first. It's gonna be a 3-piece, but Prod will clean it up, and Zep, just like that, Antix 4-wiping the feed, and they're right onto the hill.
Yeah, it was a very back and forth hill to begin with, but eventually it is Antix getting in there, as you said, with that full wipe. Kai in 3-1, Prod in 3-1, and Wonga on the even 2-2, but Hawk getting on the board. Good start for Antix. It looked like it would be back and forth for a second in terms of the entire hill, but Antix really shutting up shop there as we get ready to move on to this P number 2, where it does seem to be Sin Gaming who have the slight more control over to the side, as you do have Breezo, should I say, maybe sitting in that top part, guarding spawns. They've got a good read to the spawns here, but will they be able to get the kills? Hawk and Prod coming in for a big 2, and Antix in a great position to come in here and retake this point.
Yeah, I mean, just really clean wipes in the kill feed, playing very well together as a team right now and soaking up a majority here of this P2 time. Now, Wonga sliding over the top. First one's in, gonna be good there, sliding around. Maybe finds a second through mid, but will get traded out by Mighty, who goes up over the top, right down into Hawk, and it's just 1-for-1 trades battles right now on the hill, but Antix has just continued to really get all of this time, and now you're starting to see the lead kind of be stretched a little bit here, and already spawns trying to be worked for now for P3 by both of these teams. Clear off the scrap time in the back pocket of Sin Gaming. Now get a couple of kills in the feed and should be able to lock in majority, at least for the first part of this P3.
Yeah, they got some big kills now. Hopefully for them, they can get some big time off this point, as you don't want Antix to be getting too much of an early lead. If they get in and get a break here, it does spell a lot of danger for Sin Gaming in this map number 1, but credit to them, they are holding on, but Antix you'll be playing relatively slow, especially with Prod around the back here, just trying to guarantee the spawns, and now they might have a route into hill as they start picking up these kills. Briso with 1, but will he get traded out? He does. Trades left, right, and center. Checkerboard, a kill feed, but it looks like Antix are going to come up on top. Well, credit to Sin Gaming, they got some good time there and could set themselves up for a rebreak.
Yeah, but still right back on the hill is Wonga. Big two-piece for him right under the stairs as the rest of the Antic boys fly over the first. Brizo's still back here fighting, but time going Antic's way. Wonga's hungry, though. He's looking for more here. Trade's going to be coming in as Prod does find the two-piece there. Now back onto P4 side. Antics go. You do have to watch out for Choppa here. Kind of hitting around through the backside. Maybe able to clear off the hill, at least for now. Big two-piece there on Old. Could clear out a little bit of a lane for Sin Gaming to possibly hit through onto this P4. But first initial time gonna be won here by Antics. Back and forth battle there going through on P1 as Brizo will be able to pop one. Mighty around through this top side. It's gonna be an interesting break to see if they can hit it. Hawk turns around into absolute 3 people, and now Prod will be able to find the first. Wonga finds a two-piece there upside the top. A great initial flank there from Wonga. He's on the 3 streak now, trying to look towards a cruise missile as Antics looks to continue to extend this lead.
Yeah, Antics just playing really well so far. I mean, they've had moments where Sin Gaming could look big, but Wonga in with a big 2.
Oh, no.
The side of Antics and Hawk Prod. It's a wipe, and Antics get clear on that point. What a great play from Antics. They really have been just taking this game slowly but surely from Sin Gaming, and Wonga goes big once again. 14 and 7, double positive, slaying out on a 7 streak. What a performance so far from him.
He's on the cruise right now, and he's looking for more. Oh, he almost does it. Oh, I would have lost it. Big Cheeto rocking and booming here early. Antics, big lead to start off this hard point, and Cheeto is feeling himself already investing the cruise missile. They want to find the chokehold here on this map, and it's a clean wipe there onto the hill. Antics continue to keep the foot on the gas pedal, continue to find kills in the feed, and now have started to soak up a lot of this time, and still 30 seconds left to work with. Prod's gonna go ahead and try to hit up, try to hit some of these initial rotational gunfights. Also, Mighty trying to find him. You're just being so annoying back here. Wonga will be able to find one out of this life. A little spin, no more than that, but it's been Antics with a clean 20 seconds. It just Sin Gaming hasn't been able to push up anywhere near this hill. The initial investment in the cruise missile going to work, and now Antics 100-point lead here heading into your second set of rotations.
Yeah, Antics have warmed into this game so well. It seemed very back and forth to begin with Antics just keeping that slight lead, but slowly but surely, they seem to just get in, hold more time, get more kills, get more breaks, and rotates better and better to now where they have an over 100-point lead, control of the hill once again. And this Sin Gaming trying to work their way around and think of something. As you see how far spread they are in the map, they're just trying to create some sort of pinch here to get some majority time, and it's a great one to be fair with 3 down. And they get the 4th though. It's Wonga going big, but can only do so much at Sin Gaming, able to rescue some time. Maybe going to be able to get themselves over the 100-point mark, but you'd already think at this point they're going to have to play perfect hardpoint if they want to pull this one back.
And I love this. Antics realizes that there's still 30 seconds left on the hill with this big lead. They can afford to just use the close spawns to their favor. They hit the re-break. Perfect 3 dead in the feed. And this is a big chunk of time. Mighty's forced to go back in, try to find a kill. Still trying to fight for this old time. Only 10 seconds now. And look at now P2. Antics has started to work their way over there. 1v2 with it on Prod. Who finds the first. Might be able to find the second as well. Reinforcements with Wonga here. They're looking to go up over the top. Mighty going to be able to find Hawk. Cosmo goes down in the back, so a 1-for-1 trade. Still no one into this initial time so far, but the 2-for-1's happening up towards the top side. Wonga goes off the top rope to find one. Still one more on the hill. Hawk finds the kill, and now Antics trying to push themselves up over the 200-point mark. Sin Gaming spawning out towards that top burger side, trying to find a way in, but it's nothing but a flow of red kills in the kill feed. Still lighting it up. Wonga's gonna be able to find the 4th. It's another 4 dead. Sin Gaming, nothing you can do. Wonga's firing through walls right now. Somebody get this man a PC check.
Yeah, Wonga absolutely popping off. 25 and 11 now, make that 25 and 12 as the gunny eventually does come in, but Sin Gaming have just been dismantled in the second half of this hardpoint, not really been able to get a look in whatsoever, but so Mighty, so Choppa getting 2, and now maybe setting themselves up for a good rotation. But you look at where Prod is set up in a sneaky spot on the back, just ready to hold alongside Hawk, so they have the spawns and the rotations pretty well held. Antics, they can just go forward and chow this hill whenever it suits them.
I mean, another clean 4 wipe in the feed. Sin Gaming, they hit the early rotations there, but just crumbling down over the pressure that Antics throws at them. Now Hawk trying to find out the cutoff kills. Couple of kills do come through for Sin Gaming, but it's only a 2-for-2 trade. Still a 2-for-2 on the hill. Mighty able to take out Hawk, but Kai immediate trade onto him. So still Antics able to lock themselves down into this hill. Such a big lead right now. You have to figure Sin Gaming still having to find something here, just enough time to win it if you are Antics. Wonga continuing to light up the kill feed, now up to 26 and 14, still wanting more. No one close enough to this hill. Last ditch effort for Brizo, and it will be just enough to extend this game onto a P2, but Antics already there, locked in, only need 2 seconds, and will be able to find it. Absolute domination on a map 1 Vista.
And we have just seen a 100-point club come in from Antics, just causing an absolute scene with everyone playing out of their skin. And yeah, they grew into that series, or that map, should I say, so much. Seemed very 50-50 to begin with them slightly on top, but they grew, and they just brought it to another level with Wonga 26 and 16. Stop it. What an amazing performance of map number 1.
I mean, he's hosting the tournament, and then he's coming out and dropping KDs like that. I mean, you gotta tip the cap to him. And you gotta mention Hawk as well right there, playing kind of the AR role on Vista, which I feel like it's overlooked a lot, Zep. He went 23 and 16 in his own right. Kind of a big duo there with Wonga being able to run the sub, getting active, getting up, especially when they were able to find the initial break on the kills. Their willingness to just push up the map and take those gunfights and really never allow a full team push. It was just staggered pushes. Wonga was able to cut 2-3 down at a time along with the AR plays. It was absolutely perfect out of Antics there in a map 1. And I mean, after what the Houston Spartans Academy was able to do earlier on that first hardpoint, I mean, I thought that we were going to see that was going to be the most dominating performance of the day. But like you said, that's our first 100-point club coming out. Welcome to LAN.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way that map plays as well. You can really chain hills well on that map. I mean, if you have that P2 locked down, you've seen the way Antics managed to actually play that back spawn going into P3. They just had 2 at the back holding the rotation, and they managed to pick up 2 kills, but then 2 kills coming from their front, from their teammates who were actually on the point, and then that was a 4-down complete wipe and a complete clearance of that point, and then holding those spawns just sets you up well for rotating then onto P4, which is again just what Antics utilized. They held that spawn well, they dominated in areas that they needed to dominate, and they just chained hills. They made it scrappy from time to time when they needed to on points they didn't quite rotate as well for, but other than that, they kind of just played a perfect Vista hardpoint. It's actually very similar to one of the maps that was in early on in COD. The name is actually escaping my brain now that it comes to me, but it was one of those maps that has been left out where it was just such a chainy map where you could chain P1 and P2 so easily, potentially even a P3 if you rotated right, and I think Vista's just another one of those examples.
Yeah, and I really feel like it comes down to also just the playmaking and breaking ability, right? I mean, how many times did we see Sin, especially around that P3 and P4, where it looked like they had the setup, it looked like they were there early, and it's like you said, just being able to create those pinches where you have 2 kind of hitting from the backside in the spawn that you would normally read, and then 2 coming from the front side, just able to set up pinches and really keep Sin turning their heads every which way. And I mean, I don't know how many times we saw a clean 4 dead heading into that one, but now we turn our attention to a 6-star S&D and a potential closeout map for Antics. It's going to be interesting to see how the slowdown kind of appears for them, right? Because this Antics team loves to play fast. They love to get aggressive, especially with Cheeto running that sub. I'm going to be interested now to see how the slowdown kind of affects both of these teams.
Absolutely, and before we get on to it, Skid Row was the map I was talking about. I googled it, I remember it, it was Skid Row that I was talking about, but going in now, they said this map, the pace does slow down quite a bit. It's a search and destroy, again, it's one of the newer maps alongside Vista, so we see how strong these teams are in these areas, and maybe Sin Gaming, you know, are a strong S&D team. We have to wait and see, but I think Antics, they fully committed for that A setup because it's the way more common sight, to be fair, to hit, and they were mistaken in that, but now they know where Sin Gaming are. It's a direct 4v4 with that bomb about to go down and nearly the first blood coming in. It's eventually taken, and they capitalize well on Antics committing to A. This has been a fantastic hold from Sin Gaming so far.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times no trophies there in that round one. You're expecting kind of just the A bully nades and stuns over the top, but now interesting to see how Sin Gaming is going to be able to play this. 1-for-1 trade does go down. Hawk now, though, in the 1v2, and Sin Gaming just going to hold a little bit of hands, make sure you play the numbers game well. And absolutely, I love the first round kind of play. It's like you pointed out, Zep, I mean, all of the pressure and really the guess kind of thrown towards that A site, and fast play on to B, able to get the bomb down. Brizo picks up 3 there in the first round, so already thinking about streaks. And that's exactly the round that you need after a really kind of tough first map 1 hardpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the worst thing after a tough map 1 is to go into a map number 2 and get absolutely trounced in that first round, right? You want to go in, pick up a round at least, and just be able to say, okay, we can do some damage here. It's S&D, it's a very different mode. It's like, it's such a mental barrier, I think, to get over getting that first round after coming off the back of a bad map 1. And the fact that they've done that could be setting themselves up for better things. But Antics going for that A side, trying to get pushed up and get that plant. Will they be able to, as it looks like it's about to get really mixy? Oh my god. Wonga and Hawk.
Oh.
That was insane. It was such a back and forth there, but I'm surprised he even managed to get the plant.
I was about to say, I mean, just ring around the Rosie in the smoke, and Hawk and Wonga able to find 2, but now Mighty and Brizo able to find 2 of their own, so now things interestingly get kind of turned on their heads. 2v2 now. Antics do have the advantage of that bomb being planted, and Kai ripping one there, but immediately traded back. So now the 1v1. Prod versus Brizo. This is for Brizo. Streaks as well, and a huge kill to come out from Prod. Antics tie things up at 1 apiece, and as well take Brizo off the streak. Zep, that is a very important kill out of Prod.
Yeah, that is a massive kill. That's not just a round winner, that's potentially a 2-round winner. Getting that streak off your opposition is such an important play to make, especially early on, because you don't want them to have a streak in the bag to be able to use at any point, because that means so many of your rounds are potentially in jeopardy if you want to run a certain strategy. So Antics have definitely saved themselves a lot of bother potentially going into this later game, but they are going to need to try and find a way to stop Brizo. He's 5-1, absolutely popping off at the moment, but if they can stop him, no one else has really pulled up the numbers yet, so they could do some damage.
3v3 still. Choppa looking from this top side. Not really seeing anything. Most of the pressure is towards that A side, but it's also where Sin Gaming is looking to press as well. Could be a potential headbutt here, as we really haven't seen anyone really willing to throw out a chow yet. Mostly just shoulders and little peeks. But that time gonna just tick away here for Sin Gaming. And Antics is fine to play this game. The more time that goes off, the more pressure on Sin Gaming's shoulders. And Zeb, it has just been a stoic, stone-cold performance from both of these teams here in this round, but finally a little bit of action happening. The nade over the top. Wonga, the slide around. He might have the perfect timing. He's going to slide back, turning heads right now. 2-piece comes through. Cosmo able to find Wonga there, but still left alone in the 1v2s. Forced to back out. 23 seconds left in the round. The overview shot, and Antics plays the numbers game and now finds themselves up 2-1 early here in map 2.
Yeah, again, a good round from Antics. I was actually surprised that Wonga, or Cosmo, should I say, managed to stay alive as long as they did, and credit to him, managing to get outplayed alive, potentially get another kill there, but, you know, just didn't work out for them. But I think that's a really important thing that you have to do in these games where, you know, you might be the team that's on the back foot. You have to be able to play your life in certain instances, because the only way you're going to be able to pull maps like these back is being able to have moments of brilliance. So if you can stay alive in a situation where you're left in a 1v2, get yourself out to be able to regain, that gives you a chance to win the 1v2, which I know is a hard thing to ask at times, but when you're looking for moments in a search and destroy to take you through, that's what you have to ask for.
Ooh, Cosmo trying to get early shots on in, but Antics will take advantage of the site. Bomb planted early here. Pressure now on to Sin Gaming. A little 4v4 retake. You got 2 people kind of pressuring towards this back alley, but Wonga is also here. I'm not sure if they predict the spot. Cosmo is going to look, but he's going to run right into 2 Antics players. Hawk will be able to take another one down through the side. So now the 2v4. Hawk just a quick bomb check to make sure Sin goes down. 1v3 situation. Mighty does able to find 2, but you got too many players to deal with and not enough HP. Antics now 3 rounds in a row and has found themselves with a strong footing here in map number 2.
Yeah, Antics managing to play the numbers game there in that round once again, and it pays off for them. And you look at the way that Antics as players are even moving around the map, it just seems like they have that level above when it comes to the gunfights. Just in terms of the movement, they just can orchestrate themselves around a gunfight so well to not only play together with their teammates for the trades, which they do so well, it's just the way they can actually then engage in a gunfight, how they give themselves the advantage in that pure 1v1 scenario is so unique as well. And, you know, looking at the reads this time, it looks like Antics have read that Sin Gaming are trying another B, and already Sin Gaming are going to run into a barrier before they're even near that bomb.
Ooh, Mighty with the first but not the second as Wonga up over the top of gold. We'll be able to find one. Prod is able to find one also, but it's a 2-for-2 trade now here. Wonga trying to make the wrap. Smoke down onto the bomb. Brizo won't complete the plant off. Wonga does get cut down on the flank. So now for Sin Gaming, you have all the map control that you want. Isolated kill here. Hawk will have to be forced to now to wrap through the back. Oh, the trigger discipline good though. Won't give away his position. He might get a free kill here on the plant, and does. Now 34 seconds left. Hawk in a very winnable position. Long gunfight here. MCW out, and he's able to win it. 1v2 situation, and the trigger discipline perfect out of Hawk. 4 rounds in a row. Now up to 6-3, and it's a 4-1 lead for Antics here, looking to close out the series.
Hawk played that so well in the trigger discipline, as he said, and then getting a little bit of good timing to hit towards the bomb, and luckily enough there wasn't a wraparound to that A point. But Cosmo, what are you doing? Peeking one of the longest lanes with a sub in a 1v1 scenario? Come on, I mean, that is not the way to play that one. I mean, look, you're only scouting for information, but you can't scout as widely as that with the sub, and I think it's mistakes like that are going to cost Sin Gaming in a round that they really could have taken away.
Oh, but now you find the numbers advantage, and it's a round you have to have right here. You talk about the difference in swing rounds, and already Prod trying to even the numbers game up a little bit. Hawk's already had a 1v2. Can he be part of a 2v3 here now? Technical 2v4 as one of the kills already does come through. Playing together though is Choppa and Brizo, peeking around these angles. Hawk all the time, and he's just going to be absolutely awful, but Prod saves him there, and now interesting position as Hawk's going to be able to find the 1-for-1 trade, now left alone in a 1v1. He's hit 1v2 already. No way he does it 2 times in a row. Oh, he's going to find Cosmo absolutely free. 99. He's laying there making beats. You got to be shooting your gun. 5 rounds in a row from Antics, and Prod able to find the last one. I mean, this is absolutely insane.
I mean, that you have to say, beyond everything, that was just so unlucky for Sin. I mean, the way that, like, he set up Cosmo there, it was a nice setup, but just any way that a Prod could have come from except there, and Cosmo would have been safe. It's one of the things in COD, you're just hoping for the right movement in the right places at times, that little bit of luck, and it just looks like it's not going to pan out in any which way for Sin Gaming. So unfortunate for them, you know, because all in all, they've taken a couple of these rounds now to a 1v1, just not being able to see it over the line here, as they do get the first blood, but it's instantly traded back now for a 3v3.
I do like the early bomb plant out of Sin Gaming, is what found them success there in that round 1, looking to lean on it again, go back to the well. Antics now will have to play the retake here as Kai in this top bar area. You have Wonga wrapping around to the backside, maybe a little bit of early shots, but still going to be able to find the kill. Now 29 seconds left on the clock as Kai cleans up another. Now all on to Mighty here for the series. He might find a little bit of timing here. Able to find one, able to find 2. Oh no, Wonga 1v1 for the series. Peeking around, only 14 seconds left. He knows he's got to find the chow. He finds the kill, finds the defuse, and wins the series here for Antics. The MVP of the series wasn't necessarily the craziest KD here in map number 2, but he's able to find the clutch 1v1 and Zep 2-0 sweep here, and Mr. Tournament Organizer here might be looking to go far in this tournament.
Yeah, all hail tournament organizer, and I'm not just saying this because he's my boss, but that is the best Call of Duty performance I've ever seen in the history of ever. But what a performance from Antics. They played that really well, just absolutely flew through them. A few moments where Sing Gaming were unlucky, so commiserations to them, but massive congratulations to Antics, who played some great Call of Duty and just got around onto that B side towards the end, just kind of enveloped around, and maybe Antics having a little bit of antics themselves as they seem to body stack onto that bomb almost as, hey, I want to get the defuse, and in the midst of that created some chaos and getting the 2 down, but Wonga there just to shut up shop and shut down the rest of this series with another fantastic win for them. What a series it was.
I mean, and it's been just great series after great series here at the Premier Circuit Major 2. Zep and I mean, we've got the pleasure of casting a few great matches today, and that's just another one for the books. But, you know, heading in for the rest of this pool, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one. We know we've got some great matches coming up on the horizon, so we won't keep you too long. But Zep, I mean, any really team that you're looking to today from the kind of the pools that we've got to see so far that you think can make a deep run into Sunday?
Well, my honest answer to you is short and sweet. No. And the reason why that is, I will put the reasons to that, don't worry. I'm not just leaving you with a no. Wouldn't be much of a caster if that was the case. But I just think a lot of the teams that we have been seeing who have been coming out with the wins have been playing some really good Call of Duty, right? I mean, there are teams where you definitely want to say, like, yes, I could see them going all the way. But if all of these teams are all of a sudden going to start coming up against each other, then I think we're going to see a very different story. We've seen some decimations on some maps. We've seen some maps go all the way, but fundamentally out of all of those, we've seen some great Call of Duty being played with a similar amount of players being star players, a similar amount of players maybe not pulling up the numbers as of yet, and then a lot of teams playing really well tactically to alter their play style throughout a series. So I think the gap maybe at times has been big between these initial games that we have been seeing, but again, just a lot of the teams who have been coming out with the wins in these ones, I think when they come up against each other, are going to find themselves in for way tighter games, and I couldn't pick from them who could come out on top.
Yeah, and I think another thing to point out as well is we've been watching a lot of best of threes. When it starts getting into the later days of Saturday and Sunday, when you're playing BO5s and these series start getting extended a little bit, and there's a lot more chances for teams to kind of get back into series after a couple of tough maps, it'll also be interesting to see what kind of happens as we get to those map 4s and map 5s. But we won't keep you here too long. We're going to toss it to a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have more Premier Circuit Call of Duty action coming right at you.